Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. I am talking about a wellness thing that has to do with meal prepping and meal composition because this is something I get so many questions about when it comes to new clients or people on Instagram who follow my stories about what I eat in a day, and they want to know how I get all of my cooking done. So aside from my vlogs who show you recipes that I deem to be pretty quick but super flavorful and not too tough to follow, I also have a lot of just general tips to structure your week and to meal plan correctly, and to also make sure that you're reusing ingredients that you already have in the house, and you are also having full meals that make you healthy, happy, and aren't such a struggle on your schedule. Because let's face it, having to cook all the time can be pretty stressful. So here's the thing. I always dedicate, for me, one of the biggest steps I took towards staying organized as a mom and a business owner and someone who is constantly making content like this is I order my groceries for delivery twice a week from Instacart. I do it twice a week so that my proteins come fresh, and I have them delivered the morning I know I'm going to be doing food prep that day. So for example, it'll be like a Sunday and a Wednesday. I dedicate an hour and a half each day to meal prepping for the week to do the basis of all my recipes. I may wait and do sauces later or do vegetables in the moment because I don't like soggy vegetables that sit in the refrigerator, but I'm cutting down all of my cooking time so that none of my meals take me more than 10 minutes. And that is how you should structure your life, is based around your schedule. Pick 2 days to meal prep, not just one, because not everything lasts, and I don't want you to have to freeze things because it's not always the best. I find it to be super enjoyable when I pull something fresh out of the refrigerator and kind of throw it together, because you still get that feeling of, hey, I made this fresh instantly and we're going to the table to eat it now. So I will pick my proteins for the week, and I will do 2 different grocery lists, and I will make sure that I'm ordering them at separate times. The thing about ordering groceries that's so great is I can do one order and then put in my second order and schedule the delivery, and then it's out of sight, out of mind. So that's 1 day of prepping it, writing the grocery list, and then completing the order. So love that. If you're going to the store, that's also a thing to do, is you can go to the store twice in a week. It's not that difficult, trust me. I swear it's worth the time and the effort because you're going to get more fresh food, and it's just the way it is. Also, I find when you separate your groceries for twice a week, you are saving money because you're not wasting food. You're just going in with set recipes, and you're not trying to constantly reuse ingredients and things like that. So in my experience, that's what I have found. So I will do my proteins, and right now, especially with winter and January being New Year's resolution time, I'm really busy with clients. So I will utilize my slow cooker, and I will make 2 to 3 different proteins a week. The cool thing about if you want to do fish is you could do fish in the moment. It only takes about 15 minutes in the oven for most fish, especially salmon if it's meatier, things like that. So those are quick and can be done then. But I will slow cook chicken, and I will do it without any flavors. I keep it super neutral. I'll slow cook it either with olive oil and a little bit of water, or I'll slow cook it with a low sodium chicken stock, so it's flavor on flavor, same flavor, but when you have moisture in the slow cooker, it keeps your meat tender. And then I will set the chicken aside, and I will, if I have the time at that day, like on Sunday, I'll start that in the morning, and then at night before I go to bed, I'll put in a pork tenderloin, or I'll put in steak or something else that I want to slow cook. A lot of times too, I'll make like a turkey sloppy joes or something that's just a meat-based dish that has a flavor this time, and I will have that for 2 to 3 meals as well. So you've got your proteins done. While your proteins are in a slow cooker and you don't have to watch them, you can make a grain for the week. Grains typically last 4 to 5 days, so you can make, if you have a rice cooker, you can do black or brown rice. If you don't, or you just have a skillet, you can do it in the skillet too. It just takes less time in a rice cooker. Or if you have an Instapot, rice takes a lot faster too. You can do quinoa or millet, which you're going to boil water, put it in there, do it according to the package instructions, but those will also last, and those are good grain bases to put in your meals. And then I will do overnight oats. So for another added grain, if I want a good breakfast and I want to be full throughout the day, I will start my day with overnight oats or an oat-based. I will do smoothies in a blender, and I will keep them in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 days so that they're good and they keep their nutrients. So those are really quick things to just kind of have settled. So overnight oats, you literally just mix everything in a big bowl. You can go to livingwithashley.com for overnight oat recipes. I have a ton, or check out my Instagram at living_with_Ashley because I have a ton on there too. It's really just about your oats. I do unsweetened hemp milk, a little bit of maple syrup, and then some sort of produce topping with either like a cinnamon or additional flavoring. But it's just about an easy base. You put it in the refrigerator, and the next morning it's done, and it lasts also 4 to 5 days. So these meal prep things are just very easy to have things that last in the refrigerator. So then you're going to go through and you're going to decide how you want to use sauces. A lot of the sauces I keep around in the house are salsas, low-sodium marinara, gluten-free teriyaki sauce, tahini, harissa, sriracha sauce, Dijon mustard. Those are things that you can either dip a vegetable in or dip your proteins in or mix together and make a sauce. So that is easy enough because once you pull your protein out that has no flavor, you can decide what you want to make as a dish. And then I say add 1 to 2 cups of vegetables, whatever you want it to be, to the meal, and you've got something complete. So a quick tip on meal prep for vegetables: a lot of times if I've had a long day and my daughter wants her dinner and I'm getting her dinner ready, and then I decide I want to eat something different, or I need to go quickly because she's really hungry and she wants it now, which I don't think kids get the concept necessarily of that you have to cook stuff, but I will microwave steam my vegetables. You can buy the frozen vegetables that have the steam bags, or you can just take a glass Tupperware that's microwave safe, put a little bit of water in it, put the chopped vegetable in it that you want. I'll do broccoli, cauliflower, even asparagus, green beans. Put it in the oven, depending on how heavy the vegetable is. So for example, the broccoli and the cauliflower, you want to steam a little bit longer. The green beans and the asparagus, I like them still a little crunchy, so I'll only do them for 3.5 minutes. Also depends on the quantity. So just, make sure that you are testing it out first, touching it with a fork, seeing if it's tender enough, and then adding more time on later if you have to. But this is so easy. So you've got your vegetables in the moment. You can also use a skillet. All greens, kale, Swiss chard, dandelion greens, collard greens, all those things can be hand torn, put in a skillet with a tiny bit of spray, oil, and then it's done. Spinach also too, one of my favorites. And then you can also do raw. So I love to do raw bell peppers with some grilled onion. And then I'll just put chicken on top and some salsa and avocado slices, and bam, you've got a meal in under 10 minutes. So these are the tricks. So meal prepping meat in a slow cooker twice a week, so you have your servings for lunch and dinner. Having some overnight oats and some smoothies prepared, or even one of my breakfast quiches, which I love. It's just 4 servings, one per person for 4 days. Or if you have 2 people in your house, it's 2 days worth of breakfast for each of you. Is so good. Livingwithashley.com, again, I've got egg white recipes there and some with eggs and all sorts of different things. But having 2 breakfasts for the week, planned ahead, then having your proteins and your vegetables and your grain with your sauces in mind for lunches and dinners. I mean, maybe it sounds difficult, but it really isn't when you write it out. Again, do 2 grocery lists. Have one for the beginning of the week, one for the end of the week, or vice versa, however you guys shop, whatever days you shop. Have your groceries either ordered and delivered with schedule, or go plan your time out to go to the store, and then spend as little time as you can prepping things. So utilize a slow cooker, make your grains ahead of time, and then save the vegetables for the last minute, and prep some sauces if you want ahead of time, you can, or just use prepared sauces already that are low in fat and low in sodium and low in sugar, and you are good to go for an entire week of healthy meals. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any comments or questions, please write below. And if you want any more wellness videos that aren't necessarily recipes, please tell me what you want to hear about, because I love talking trends and all sorts of different things. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.